Hello, Adam. So I thought I'd hop on again and essentially practice. Yeah, I think I'm gonna practice some more figure drawing stuff, like more like just figuring out like posing figures and placing them in space. That's what I'm really working on for now. So that should be fun. Um, Hello, and hope you guys have been having a good day. Um, it's actually almost 3 a.m. in the UK, so I should be sleeping, but hey. YouTube just crashed. I didn't get any of what you said. Oh, yeah, no, I'll just be working on figures. Yeah, figures. Just more figure stuff today, and we'll go from there. Sure, should be fun. Um, so, but yeah, I hope you've had a good day, Adam, and yeah, hope this is a good stream. Let's see. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Nice one, Swift. Nice one, nice one. It's good that you drew today. Good, 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 good. Thanks. Hello, Skullix. How you doing? Long time. I haven't seen you for a long time. Also, as in I don't know who you are, but I haven't seen you for a very long time. What are we doing with this leg? I'm just thinking, really overthinking this leg right here. Maybe I'll just go. Sure, we'll just do. You gotta just make a decision, you know. Let's see. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Thank you very much. Thank you for forgiving me, Pedro. I appreciate it. So once again, like I said, for the newcomers, working on figure drawing again, posing, um, posing, and just kind of placing them in space, kind of, and so that's pretty much what I'll be working on today, at least. Out of curiosity, where are you guys from at the moment? So I'm assuming most of my the people that watch me are from America, but in the States, but I don't actually know. So I'm just curious to know where you guys are tuning in from. What type of architecture do I like? Ooh, oh, good question. I don't know the name of it, but I know what it looks like when I see it. And I'm not really into architecture, so I can't say like the names. But well, there is actually a name that is quite controversial that I do like. So I'm not. I wouldn't say I love it, but a lot of people hate brutalism. And I would say I actually don't. Well, of course, there's a historical reason behind it and stuff, um, for why it came about in the first place, especially in the UK. But I mean, I've never been a real hater of brutalism. I quite like the way it looks. Um, but that's like the most popular kind of like architectural type that people know. Most people know about brutalism, but and so I would say um, I wouldn't be able to tell you about all the different types of architectures I'm aware of. I wouldn't. I literally do not know the name of them. Yeah. I don't like it in the real world, but in games like Minecraft, the world of okay, fair enough. Yeah, that's fair. I've seen some cool brutalist structures that I've actually liked. Yeah, I think it gets a lot. It gets a lot of hate for good reason, of course. I understand the hate it gets, but I don't mind it. I honestly don't mind a lot of it. I guess in the UK, I do like quite a lot of Victorian. Well, I don't know, more Tudor architecture. Um, some of that stuff is quite cool. There are like quite a few houses like that still in the UK that have been kept quite well. So I like that type of architecture. I don't know what time period that's from, but I do really like it. But apart from that, I couldn't. It's more like have to show it to me, and then I can say whether I like it or not. I guess I don't know all the names of different architectural styles and stuff. Hello, Vilsource, and hello, Go Asher. Yeah, finally caught stream. Nice. I do them randomly, so I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I don't have like a schedule or anything. If I ever do, you know, start doing it regularly at a regular time, I will let you guys know. But as of now, there's no like, you catch it when you catch it, you know. I'm def putting on notice. All right, nice, good. Um, I just came back from drawing for 2 hours. Good, good. So you do not need to ask for forgiveness. You've been drawing, which is good. That's good. Hello, Mrs. F. How's it going? I'm doing very well, Akim. Thank you very much. It's been a very chill Saturday, very quiet. I've been staying at home mostly, cooking, cleaning the house, and just doing, you know, stuff, errands. And if you've been drawing and you don't need to ask for forgiveness, let me know. Let me know so I don't have to demand your repentance. Good evening, my friend. Hope all is well. What would you say improve your perspective intuition the best as it improved your perspective intuition the best? Is it reference or mileage? Mileage, I would say the answer to that is mileage, and doing lots of drawing from doing POV drawings, doing tons of boxes, like just over and over again, and just like hammering those out kind of help my intuition. So I would say, yeah, it's things like that. Like there's just like no easy way kind of thing. You just have to go through doing a lot of like mileage and stuff. I came just forms. But yeah, doing POV drawings is really helpful because it like helps you calibrate your brain, and like it gets your brain to sync up with reality, if you know what I mean. Like as you're drawing from in POV, you make a lot of realizations, and you're like, oh right, I didn't expect it to look this sofa to look like this from that distance or whatever, and you might start to make realizations that really train your intuition and correct you, because there are some assumptions you're going to make, and then you're going to look in real life and you're going to be like, oh, all right, that's actually how it actually looks. And over time your brain will start to get used to those things. So I'm beginning to move to more organic things after being in more rigid boxes. So yes, good. You should do that. First, especially if you have a good structure underneath, like if you're good with the boxes and all this stuff, and you can like, you know how to, you kind of like intuitively find your way in space, like starting to add those organic shapes is going to be a big game changer. First time I actually catch it and using my silhouettes for my shapes rather than in the lines, it helps me realize the overall shape of it. Yes, good. Silhouettes are amazing. Yes, should do that. It's super fun. I've been watching your videos and having a lot of fun drawing figures like this in different scenes. Good. Yeah, nice. Good. Should be. I find it fun at least. So, and it's good that you're practicing that. Because at least for me, the challenging part is creating like a story with those figures and stuff. And when you get a good one, it's like really kind of, or you get some kind of scene that feels kind of like cool, that you built yourself. It kind of feels rewarding. So, yeah. As you go through the same thing nowadays, I've been busy studying, helping my mom with house chores. How do you deal with all that while finding time to do art? Well, It's 3 a.m. right now, so um, I make it work somehow. Like I just like force myself. No, I don't force myself. I find ways to like fit art into my day. But if I can't, then I'll like maybe stay up a little bit longer and draw a bit, like I am right now. So there's that. Um, yeah, but it is hard. Like I'm a dad as well now. Obviously, I have a wife. I've got my wife to attend to from time to time. Lots of commitments outside of this as well. So yeah, it's difficult, but like I find time. Like I just, if you enjoy it, then you're gonna find a way to do it. You know. A sense of space for POV drawings, is that what it builds? Yes, it does. Yeah, POV drawing is going to help with that. Yes, POV drawing is a game changer for that. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to draw. Okay, let's see. Yeah, my dad. Thank you very much. He's a first time dad. He's officially he became officially 9 months old yesterday. So yeah, it's been an interesting few months. You know. Do you have specific goals for your art currently? I used to do a lot of, because I love doing character stuff, like drawing like characters and stuff, and you can see that on my Instagram. But right now, I tend to like just really love like the actual technical aspect and the science of learning to draw. If you know what I mean, like I actually love to learn to draw. If you know what I mean, like, and that's fun for me at the moment. I'm probably gonna change at some point. Like I go through phases. Like sometimes I'll be like, there'll be times when I'm not practicing at all and I'm just purely just making art, and then there'll be months to years where I'm just like drawing, practicing all the time. So it's like kind of flip between those phases depending on how I feel. Right now, it seems like, if at least it feels like I'm fulfilled just practicing, improving, and like learning different things at the moment. So at the moment, that's what I'm doing, but that can change. That can easily change depending on how I feel. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, you make a really good content artist. You should go more professional. I'm actually not very interested in going professional because I'm not. I just don't really want to do that. Like I don't have any interest in being a professional artist. It's just never. I mean, at some point it was like something I wanted to do, but I don't know. It's not something I think about or like care about that much. I just like drawing. That's it, really. I just like drawing, so I don't really. I don't really care about making like a like working professional. Yeah, I just don't really care about it. So yeah, I guess that's a bit underwhelming for some people to hear, but like not everybody cares about like making a career out of drawing. Um, at some point, I kind of wanted to, and then I realized I don't actually want to. Like I realized that I loved drawing, but I didn't actually like the idea of working in industry, which is a really good. It was a really important realization for me to make, and I'm glad I realized that before I made any attempts. I have been drawing 3D models off Sketchfab, copying them from one angle and then trying to do it from different angles from imagination to work. Or is it a waste of time? No, it's not a waste of time. You should never. Eh, why would that be? No, that wouldn't be a waste of time because you're literally training yourself to visualize things from other angles, right? The question of does this work is an interesting one because it kind of misunderstands how the brain works. Kind of like I'm not some I'm not like a neuroscientist or anything, but if you practice anything, your brain will find a way for you to recruit more kind of like, I guess is it neurons or whatever. Your brain's gonna find a way to like make you better at that thing because you're just doing it all the time. So if you sit down practicing anything, it could be the dumbest thing ever. Like you're gonna get better at it. So if you just sit down like trying to imagine things from different angles, you're gonna get good at that thing. Like it might take you years or whatever, but you will get good at it because as long as you're doing it, your brain's gonna like be like, okay, this thing is like an important thing to this person. Okay, so what can I do to recruit? Like, what can I do to make this more efficient for this person, right? So yeah. So if you are trying to get good at drawing things from different angles and imagining things from different angles, then yeah, that's a great thing to do. Yeah, definitely keep doing that. It's not a waste of time. And I do it, by the way. That's something I do. Like I will often look at 3D models of things and I'll try to draw them from different angles in my own way. So yeah, I do that right now as it stands. Yeah, that's right. That's still drawing your imagination. You flip the angle since you're swapping the perspective, forcing your brain to realize. Yeah, yeah. Anytime you force your brain to do something like that, it's gonna get better at it. Like it just is. Like, because you're making a request of your brain to do something that it cannot currently do, so it's going to find ways to make that a reality for you. That's just what the brain does. Like literally, that's why if you practice anything, you just get better over time. Okay, so drawing from imagination is just a drawing from memory. Sorry if I'm misunderstanding. No, drawing from imagination is different from drawing from memory. Drawing from memory is like just drawing. It's literally drawing from memory. Like it's like you're trying to reproduce something that you've already seen. But drawing from imagination is when you try to put ideas together using the things you have seen. Maybe you've seen, you have your memory, but then you make something new with it, right? So that's drawing from memory. It's a bit different. And so that's drawing from imagination. And when you draw, like if you can see something and then you try to draw that thing from another angle, in some ways that's drawing from, I would argue that's drawing from imagination because you still have to imagine it from another angle. But of course, like it's not your idea, it's still that thing, right? So some would argue it's from memory, but I would probably say it's from imagination. But anytime you try to create a new idea, like put things together from your memory to create a new thing, let's say you try to draw a motorbike, right? But then you change some aspect of it. That's drawing from imagination, because that motorbike doesn't exist, right? You created it, so that's imagination. Um, not really memory, but imagination drawing is realizing the forms in the ways that you understand as broad as single way that may be in drawing without reference. Yeah. I'd say drawing from imagination is like learning 1+1=2, understanding it, then realizing that 1+1+1 is 3, then making guesses like 2+2. Yeah, I that's a really good way to look at it. Yeah. That's a really good way to look at it, because you can, yeah, you're basically extrapolating from the things you know. You take what you do know and you create something else that doesn't exist, right? Yeah. Do you know what blows my blood? Microsoft Edge. Okay, I hate Microsoft Edge. They do nothing to stop the artificial idiocy made images from popping up. I like that. That's a nice way. That's a new one. AI, artificial idiocy. Idiocy. I like that. Yeah, I don't use Microsoft Edge, but if that's what they're doing, that sucks. I genuinely hate AI so much. Yes, man, AI really pisses me off. It's a shame that, you know, it's a shame that, at least, well, I think it's going to be used in a way that it's probably not going to be the best, but we should see. Actually, we'll see. Maybe I don't need to be so downer about it, but I don't know. I don't know if it's going to have the best uses in the future. I don't know. Dude, that looks amazing. How you do it. I appreciate that. I made some mistakes though, but yeah, I appreciate that quickly too. Yeah. It's the quickness comes from the fact that I prioritize doing the silhouette. If you do silhouette, you can get the drawing out quite quickly. So will these streams be regular or whenever you feel like it? Either one is cool. At the moment, I'm doing them whenever I feel like it. But then I will. At some point, I might make them regular. I can't make any. The reason why I can't make any promises so far is because I'm quite busy in my personal life. So at the moment it's like I can only promise so much. I'm trying to draw basic forms right now, but I literally can't focus right now. Oh, you make it look so easy, Mr. Zeph. Why can't you focus? What's all that? You what's bugging you? What's going on there? Who's my favorite artist? It's a hard question. It's a hard question to answer because there's so many artists I like. I would say my favorite artist, illustrator, is probably a toss up between Sergio Topi and Kim Jong-ji. Kim Jong-ji is the easy one, but I'm just gonna be honest, right? He's great, so he's always been a crazy inspiration. But Sergio Topi is really good as well. He's the way he textures. If you ever seen his work, he'll shade things in, and the way he textures, things while he's shading it's spectacular. I'll find it for you here, right? So. Let's do South America. Okay, we got this. These are really good. Pick them up on Amazon. If you look at here, you can see that. Look at these textures that he adds in while he's shading. It's like everything is textured. Right here is a good example. Those textures there look absolutely insane. Here as well. Even just here, the texture on the dog here, really cool. And then here, look at all these textures. So I'm a really big fan of Sergio Topi because he has a very unique way of blending patterns into shadow. Very unique way of doing that. And some people thought that he drew with a knife. I don't know if that's true, but some of the lines are so thin and like the way they look almost like they're drawn with something really sharp, not just thin, but something sharp. I don't know. But look at that, insane, incredible. I like Horihiko Araki Tatsuki Fujimoto and Kim Jung-ji and Loser Potato. Nice. I literally only know Kim Jung-ji from there. I might know the other ones, but I don't remember their names. So I don't. I know a lot of artists, but I don't know their actual names. So I like Third PHP, Yusuke Murata, Kim Jung-ji, and of course you, Mrs. F. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I don't know any of these artists that you guys. I've got to look more of these artists up. I'm gonna check some of them out. I really want more art books. I only have manga and some morpho books, but I haven't gotten to that stage yet. But I like copying the forms in them. Definitely pick up more books. I would caution against. Now this might sound like your teacher's advice from back in school, okay? But I would caution against only taking influence from manga, because like there's so much out there to learn from. I love manga, by the way. I've got manga. I've got tons of manga, but I try to learn. I try to learn as much from everything, and like sometimes there's a bit of an attitude some people have where it's like manga is like the only thing they like. And I guess maybe that's just the way it is, but definitely try and like expand your influences. You know, yeah. Makes me scared about that one panel with the insanely rendered eye makes me scared about his skill sometimes. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. No, manga competition is great. Yeah, there's so much to learn from that. And yeah, you can learn from anywhere really. Um, yeah, I just tried. I tried to learn from anywhere. Manga, like Western comics, pretty much anywhere. Um, I was only cautioning against restriction. Like I think manga is great. So any absolute. Have you dabbled into mechs at all? Not mechs, but I like to draw like people in like robot suits. And that's like something I really like to do. If you could check my Instagram, you'll see stuff like that. Not, I wouldn't say mechs per se, but yeah, I do love like sci-fi robot stuff. Like with I like to put people in a robot suit. That is my one of my favorite things to do. The Instagram is Zeph Draws. I usually put in my most of my videos have it in the description. So, but it's just Zeph Draws. There you go. Zeph, have you seen Interstellar? Oh, I love Interstellar. It's a great film. I love that film. Best number one in the universe. Ooh, I mean, I would have no clue whether it would be. I have no clue whether it's the best film I've ever seen, but definitely, it was a great watch, yeah, for sure. I love that. I love that film. Um, the time stuff was really cool. And Christopher Nolan likes to do that a lot in his films. Likes to do weird time stuff in his films, you know. Um, so that's very on brand for him. Mr. Seth, what's your favorite genre? I like stuff like fantasy and sci-fi. Fantasy and sci-fi. Yeah, I love sci-fi. I don't watch as much fantasy. But I definitely like. I would say I watch more sci-fi than fantasy. But also, I just like in terms of films, psychological thrillers, things like that. Anything really. Like, but I wouldn't say like I would say I have a favorite genre. I definitely don't have a favorite genre. Um, how do you stop procrastination? Huh. Oh boy. Not. Um. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to answer that question because everyone's different, so it might be a different solution for you. Um. But what I can say is sometimes we practice procrastinate because we're actually giving ourselves too much to do. So you can actually try to prevent that from happening by giving yourself less to do, um, and reducing the friction it will take for you to like do that thing. So, for example, like if you find that you find it hard for yourself to start drawing, maybe, um, maybe like, well, so one thing I did was I used to have I would have keep a sketchbook by my TV. So if I was watching TV, I would see the sketchbook and then I'd just pick it up and start drawing. So it's things like that that would reduce my like friction, the time it takes for me to think about drawing to actually drawing. It would really help me when I did that. There's so many things you can do to like make it easier for yourself, like taking the pressure off yourself when you're drawing to not have a perfect drawing. That really helps. Pure cop. I just draw with no purpose. Is really fun. Yes, I do that. That's a good way to. That's a good way to do it. That's like what I'm doing right now. Literally no purpose whatsoever. And it really takes the pressure off it. Like, cause like, I mean, I don't. Do I like these drawings? I don't know. I don't really care. I'm just drawing. Like, that's the attitude you should have. It's just like, if you love doing it, you're doing it because you love it, and then you're gonna get better anyway. Like, it's kind of impossible not to get better if you like drawing all the time. So, might as well draw it, enjoy it in the process. Um, Hi, Mrs. F. I have to go now. I have to go. I have to go. No, now. But one more question: what plans do you have for your future? Are you considering putting down the pen? No, of course not. Definitely not. No. Uh. No, no chance. I enjoy drawing, so not happening. Um, I will not be putting down the pen. I will not. And take care. Yeah. Unfortunately, me too. I have to go. I'll probably be 10 minutes. If you're still streaming, I'll come back. Bye. Have a good one. Yeah, take care. Yeah, appreciate that. Take care. Take care. Take care. Hmm. I kind of lost my way now. What was I doing with the head? I forgot now. What was I doing with the head? Was I doing this with it? Yeah, sure, whatever, we'll do that. Morning is not here in Mexico. Yeah, Morning, morning for me as well. It's 4 a.m. right now for me. Crazy how late it is. Okay, so 72 minutes. It's getting quite late, even more late for me. It was already late as it was. So I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching, the 9 of you that are remaining, and hope you guys have a good Sunday. All right, take care.